Hello, I'm Bob Assadourian. Welcome to the premiere, the Just Ask Bob Home Improvement Show on Cable 14. I've been a contractor for over 10 years, and the important thing to understand is this show is interactive. Send us your emails, send us your questions. The theme of this show is passion and education. I'm going to educate you, whether it's drywall, roofing, shingles, doesn't matter, and I'm going to motivate you, Hamilton, to get up, get off the couch, and tackle your to-do lists. Our website, you'll see it shortly on the screen, www.rrinc.ca. Send us all your home improvement questions, and they're going to be featured on this show. Today we've got a question from Anne Marie. Dear Bob, my husband just hasn't had the time to tackle our to-do list. Apparently he loves spending a lot of time golfing. When he's not golfing, he's got the remote control, he's watching television. In this case, we really need to do drywall repairs and also re-drywall 2 bedrooms in the home. Can you give me some pointers and ideas on the proper tools to use? Thank you, Anne Marie, for the question. Not only are we going to show you the tools, we're going to drywall for you today. Lots of different names for wallboard, concrete board, drywall. I think the most accurate term would be, for all intents and purposes, let's call it wallboard. Now, everything that runs running from beginning to end here. We've got blue drywall. Blue drywall used to be green drywall. In this case, it's blue. Nothing special. It's water resistant. And I'll tell you the best place to use this. In a bathroom, where it's not in contact with direct water. So for example, not above the tub or the shower, not even the ceiling above the tub or shower, but all the other non-wet areas in a bathroom. So that's what this baby works for. Now, we've got a really nice one here. We pull it out a tad. We've got Georgia Pacific Den Shield Armor Plus. Now this is an amazing product if you want to Google this. This drywall is mold resistant. What they've done is, if you know anything about drywall, it's simply a gypsum core. In this case, they wrap it with a moisture resistant blue paper. In this case, they've taken the food that feeds the mold out of the equation. 100% fiberglass. So this is strong. This is very, very puncture resistant. It's wrapped completely in fiberglass. Mold can't eat the fiberglass. Now again, I'm particular. I still wouldn't hang ceramic tile, and I wouldn't install this over a bathtub, over a shower, or the ceiling above either. I would use this in an entire basement. Again, not the bathroom though. Using this in the basement is ideal. Basements, moist, damp environments, no matter what. Even the best built brand new home at some point is going to have an issue in the basement. But again, you're taking the paper, you're taking the food source out of the mold. Fantastic product. Just to give you an idea, 3 to 4 times more expensive than your regular drywall. Now, if we run along and continue here, everything else now is for above the bathtub or to build your shower stalls. Essentially, you can hang tile on it. Now, we've got the tri-tested and proven Durarock. This has been used for ages. Durarock has 2 sides to it. This is the rough side. So if you're using thin set, concrete-based adhesive to install your tile, you put your thin set on this side. If you're using mastic, which by the way is not Just Ask Bob approved, so I go against the grain. Don't go by what you read on the package. I don't trust mastic in a wet area. Mastic is fine. The kitchen backsplash, but you wouldn't need concrete board anyway. You'd be fine with the blue. So if you are using mastic, which you shouldn't, that's why they make 2 sides. You'll see that on the instructions. Now, this was the tri-tested and proven product for ages. I've been using it myself for about 7 years. Next product now is Georgia Pacific Den Shield Tile Backer. Again, this is mold and moisture resistant, built-in moisture barrier, limited lifetime warranty. The beauty of this is that it's very easy to cut. Ask any contractor or homeowner that's worked with concrete board. It's a nightmare. This is a terrific product. I endorse this above and beyond the concrete board. But now let's go to the final one. Now this is going to surprise everybody. Feather Light. This is the ultimate. You cannot get better than this. This is a foam core covered in 2 layers of waterproofing bonded fleece material. Now, a lot of people can't grip the concept of this, but the theory is none of these are waterproof. This isn't waterproof. The concrete board isn't waterproof. They're water resistant. This membrane, this material will never let water through. And because of the design of the fleece, the thin set grabs to it, it's the easiest product to work with. Very easy to cut and score and pop it out for your cutouts around the shower head, faucet or whatnot. This is the ultimate. But again, you must research this. Visit our website. This is by Schluter Systems. Click on the Schluter Systems icon. It'll bring you to their website. It is the ultimate for waterproofing. Enough with materials. We're going to start drywalling in a moment. We're here now. Let me show you some of the tricks of the trade, or the tools of the trade. Drywall T-square, absolutely essential. This is made to rest, catches on the drywall. You've got your knife, place your boot against the bottom, slice, follow up from the bottom. That's all you need. Set the T-square aside. Hope you have a good knee. Pop, bend. Snap and score. Not very difficult at all. I hope you like my prop. This is my little mock-up here, the miracle of television. I've been working behind the scenes for quite a few hours before the show started. This applies to anything, no matter what room in your home, your kitchen, your dining room, your bedroom, that miracle dream basement makeover. This applies to everything. We're going to teach you how to drywall. Very important that you know how to cut to begin with. Now in this case, again, the beauty of television, we have a couple of pieces already cut up. This is the ceiling, and I want to show everybody my prop rods. Now it's very important to work safely. Have a friend, have a helper, but if you are stuck, this is a fantastic tool. You set it up, you step on the bottom, press it up, turn, done. That'll hold it up beautifully. Now we've got a piece ready for the back. Now it's very important that you make your markings. Studs need to be 16 inches on center. Now it's either going to be one of two. If you're framing from scratch, it's important. Studs every 16 inches on center, double studs on the inside corner for obvious reasons. You want a surface to catch your drywall and another surface to receive the other sheet of drywall. Again, for the ceiling, 16 inch on centers. If you're building anything over 10 feet tall, code requires cross blockers in the middle. So it's very important to have a proper structure. Now we're going to put up a sheet in the back. Okay. Drywall can be quite a bit of a chore to handle, so you do need to bring it in carefully. Always lift with the legs. Lift with the legs. Don't twist the back. Let's get this out of the way here. Okay, you want to angle it in. But always drywall the ceiling first. Your walls are going to support it. They're going to catch it. Okay. You want to snug it into place. Now most times it goes in better one way or the other. There we go. Now for the bottom, I want to show you how to get the bottom in. We're going to place the pry bar down low. Have your screws ready. Now we've got the gap at the top. Okay, now as you can see, we're pushing it up till it meets. You want it nice and tight. Sink your screws. You want to get a couple in. That's it. Pry bar out. We've got a nice tight installation. Now I'm going to take a moment to show you the bit here. This is a drywall dimple bit. It's the proper bit to use. It's going to recess the screw just enough to receive mud and tape later. So very important that you use the right bit. Now as far as spacing, usually every 8 to 12 inches. Now everything's been marked. When I put the piece on the ceiling, you do your markouts. You have to know where your studs are. Every 8 to 12 inches. You want to catch every stud. You don't want the screws proud of the paper. You want the screws dimpled. Very important that you finish the last stud. Once the new piece of drywall goes in, it's going to take up some space here, so you're not going to have reach to get in. So you do have to finish every row before you continue with the sheets on the side. Now, we've got this sheet ready. Now, this is going to be a special sheet because we've got the electrical box here. So we've got another trick here for you. Now, for the professionals, we're going to take all types of elaborate measurements to find the exact spot. I've got a trick with you. For a couple dollars for pipe dope, this works very well. It just takes a little bit of cleaning afterwards. We're going to put a little bit of pipe dope on the corners. You know, just enough so that you get a mark. This is very important. A little bit there, a little bit here. This is going to give us an outline. Okay, put the pipe dope away. Anytime you want to transfer marks pretty well between any two surfaces, it works well. Now, we've got our sheet labeled again, right, top, left. A little bit awkward getting it in. You've got to arc it, get the bottom in. Now, because we've got the pipe dope on, there's only one touch. You have to be perfect and push it in. You don't want to wiggle it around and smear it. So we're going to get into place. Actually, we want to be snug with the top, right tight, and push. We know it's about here somewhere, and push. Now pull back. There's our marks. Now we're going to connect the dots. Going to stay a little bit larger. Now we've got a wonderful tool here, the Roto Zip. Works wonders on drywall. Now remember, it doesn't have to be exact. We've got lots of drywall compound. We've got 3 coats of mud to get everything looking beautiful before paint stage. So you don't have to be exact. Get everything ready. Can be a little awkward to work with. Gotta have patience. Usually 2 screws will hold it well enough. There we go. The point is you don't want to have too many large gaps or else everything's got to be fit in. Now, this will be at a later time. But it's also very important to have a nice edge. This all gets cleaned off. You don't want this fizz, it just gets in the way. You want a nice smooth cut all the way around. At a later time, we'll show you how to drywall, compound, mud, and finish everything. Just to go over everything, very important, you've got the right bit. You've got the right nice tight measurements. 8 to 12 inches apart. You can use the pipe dope to trace your outline. And you're much better off cutting it a little bit large than too small, because any type of a push could crack the panel in a long fashion. Let's get our last sheet up. Okay. Okay, now very important, before installing any wall, any sheets of drywall, you want to transfer your marks. Right here we've got a stud. Right here we got a stud. I didn't mark that because I know there's one on the inside. That's very important because you've got your locates done. So again, you want to get it pushed up tight. Every 8 to 12 inches. And there you have it, our first drywall project on the premiere of the Just Ask Bob Home Improvement Show. Now, it's not quite done yet. The drywall is installed, yes. Now, next stage is Durabond 90 over all the joints, inside corners, outside corners, extra light compound, 3 coats. Screw heads, joints, seams everywhere, sanding between each and every coat. You're not quite done yet. These projects aren't that simple. Primer. Primer everything. Look it over, any little dimples or dings, a little bit of spot putty, the pink stuff that dries white, and then of course, paint it whatever color you like. This is very important. Let me tell you now, this is above me, above and beyond me, and this is even more important than Cable 14. This is about you, Hamilton. You need to get up, get off the couch, and tackle your own to-do list. I don't care where you live. Everybody lives somewhere. This show is for you, whether you rent an apartment or rent a basement if you're a student, condominium, townhome, or $1 million mansion. It doesn't make a difference. You're going to cut the contractor out of the equation, and I'm allowed to tell you that because I am a contractor going on 10 years. I can deal with myself at an arm's length from myself in order to give you these DIY home improvement segments. You can do it yourself. It's not difficult. You have to be motivated and you have to be educated, and that's what this show is about. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart to you. Thank you, Hamilton.